Hi guys, I am starting a Waterslide winter themed tumbler today. Now, I have 3 sections for this. But what happened was this section I cut the tiniest bit too thin, but this snowman should actually line up on that edge. So I'm actually going to apply it in 2 parts. So I'm going to get the first one soaking. It'll have a little void space in between, but I cut around the other things so it wouldn't be an issue. The snowflake strip I cut, I think, pretty good, but that critters, I don't know how I got the sizing, just a tiny, tiny bit off. So, and I didn't really want it off. Let me get that wet. This is soaking. I prepped this cup and then painted it white and used my It's Pretty Personal Diamond Dust, the perfect white, mixed in the resin to base coat it. So that's where it's at right now. So I'm just going to hold it down and pull the paper out. And I do want this like right to the very bottom. So, and I'm not going to squeegee any of this out yet because I want it to stay movable for a minute. I'm actually going to stand it up. I'm going to grab the other half of the water slide. And I am going to do them all at once so they're super movable to get them lined back up. I think I'm actually going to put this piece right here. So I'm just getting the second piece soaking. I was going to put some text on this, but I think it's going to be cute just as is, so I decided I'm not going to do any added text on it. I'll save the file for something else. So I'm going to line up this little snowman's hat and scarf. That's going to be my guide. Maybe. Okay, so they don't quite line up for some reason. Get that paper out of there. Alright, I'm going to turn it around so I can manipulate it in a way that I can see what I'm doing, possibly. Because like I said, I do want that really, really far to the bottom. I feel like I'm either going to get his hat or his scarf. Perfect. But I think it's still better than having a gappy seam. I don't even know where I cut my paper at this point. Right there. So, now I'm going to start to squeegee out. Any excess water. This is a Dollar Tree makeup brush that I am using. Slide that back into place. It's close enough. It's better than it would have been had I not cut it. So come around again. And his scarf is still lined up, so his hat's a little janky, but it's much better than it could have been. So I'm going to set that down a second. I'm going to go right into my other parts. I know that bothers some of you guys, but for me, I'm not terribly concerned, and it's just what works for me. If doing it that way doesn't work for you, if letting one piece at a time dry is what you need to do, then do it that way. But for me, it's unnecessary. So these are my other 3 pieces. I'm actually going to go ahead and soak them in a second as soon as I take this piece out. So because I'm just going to move right along. I just thought this one was a cute little winter scene. I'm always looking for fun sets. So I kind of don't really have a seam, so it really doesn't matter where I put this. So I'm just going to kind of line it up on top of the other one. And I'm not going to lie, it is extremely difficult to see the other one, so then I'm just going to pull that off. See, that lined up perfect. This cup has a little piece of metal in it all of a sudden. They don't think it's a broken seal, but every once in a while I can, maybe not, I don't know. It might be something in between the cup and the, hopefully it's in between the cup and this and not the cup itself. Because I didn't notice it when I prepped it, so I'm really hoping it's not the cup. So this one I'm going to have to test before it's saleable. But I'm gonna swish this one down. I said I was gonna put these in there, I never did. So I'm gonna get them in there now. I'm not quite on top of the seam, but that's fine. As long as there's room for my little critters, I'm okay with that. This was a paper set from Creative Fabrica. This was one paper, this was one paper. And then the first sheet in the pack had all of the different animals and things in separate pieces, but on one page. So I separated out the 3 I wanted to use. Okay. So I'm going to start with my little penguin. And I'm going to try and do like a 3rd rotation. Not a full, like crazy. I wish the polar bear was a little bit more vivid, but it kind of is what it is. Not sure the snowman's quite ready to release yet. His hat. Nope, the top is still a little sealed. Okay, so I'm going to get this one on, and I kind of stuck the penguin down, but I should be able to move the polar bear over a little bit. So I'm going to have, you know, 2 fingers between there. You know, that's an official measurement. So that seems spaced pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and squeegee them out. And I could, if I wanted to, isolate a couple of snowflakes, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave it just kind of simple. I do think I'm going to put, oh, I can see what colors I have in here, in the thicker size. I might go ahead and put that pretty blue nail tape around. I don't have a lighter like purple, because there's some purple in this cup. But I actually might do a strip of the purple and a strip of the blue. We'll see. But I'm going to let it dry first, so I'll be back for that. Okay, so I went ahead and did my nail stripes. I did the blue and the purple like I thought I might. So that part is done. I'm ready to just get some resin on here. But isn't it cute? I'm just going to leave it, no decals, just simple. I decided I like it like that, so I'm just going to get a quick coat on. And call this one done. Just leave it my little winter friends as is. Just get that spread. A little bit more. Definitely got some dry spots. This doesn't need any more additive or anything. It is shiny enough to begin with. Make sure I get the bottom coated well. Just making sure I have an even coat. Make sure there's no spots where my glove drags or anything. And because this wasn't a heavy glitter, the top rim is good already. So I don't have to worry about that at all. So that's going to be it for this little cutie. I'm just going to hit it with the torch real quick, and then I'll pick it up and show it to you again. Okay. So here we go. The snowman, penguin. My tape lines aren't perfect. Polar bear. The strip with the snowflake. And then the bottom. So, that is it for this one. Quick and easy. Thanks for watching.